Hello, I'm Tom Lodziak. Now, I've got a really special video for you this week. We're going to hear from Desmond Douglas, who was a legendary table tennis player from the 1970s and 1980s. He was 11 times English table tennis champion, and he got to as high as number 7 in the world rankings. Des has a unique playing style. He stays close to the table, and using short strokes, he takes the ball very early, and he uses his speed and his quick reactions to put the other player under pressure, take time away from them, to rush them. So what you're going to hear in this video from Des is going to explain the benefits of this playing style, and he's going to share some of the tactics that he used throughout his playing career. You're also going to see some footage of Des playing with Craig Bryant, which I filmed at the recent Top Edge and Gertsen TT training camp at St Neots. And bearing in mind Des, he's in his 60s now, he's still giving Craig a really tough time. So if you want to play like the legend Desmond Douglas, then keep watching.
But when I started at school, we put the tables on the desks, no legs, the blackboards behind. So that's how I started. So of course, then my style is very close to the table, short and sharp. I can't go back, otherwise I'll hit the blackboard. So then, as I developed, I continued with that style. Although everybody was playing topspin, I felt this style for me over the table, short, sharp, sweet, it suited me. And then when I saw people like Dennis Neal, he played a very similar style. But there's only one or two who played like that. Most of the other players, it was topspin or defensive players. So I thought, if I could do something a little bit different, play a little bit different, it's something that everybody else isn't doing. If I can master it, it could, it could be a weapon. There's advantages, disadvantages. I mean, taking it very early, the opponent's got less time. But also taking that early is more risky because everything is very, very early. Most people let the ball bounce a little bit, play maybe a metre off the table. You've got time to play the strokes. I'm not, I'm just sort of looking at reflexes, reactions, and just trying to pick up as much as I can against the opponent to sort of make them feel uncomfortable. So this style doesn't suit everybody. It's just my particular way of playing, which is slightly different. My tactic was, in those days, I played backhand to backhand, because most people are righties. So if I'm playing backhand to backhand down the line, unless they run round, they can't get the forehand in. If they run round, then I'll play cross court. So I was always trying to open the table up, create an angle, and in my time the forehands were good, but the backhands weren't. So if I could sort of contain them and work it in a way where I could pull them one side, and then the other side, the weaker side, was open, then when I do play down the weaker side, if I do get the ball back, it's only a weaker ball. That's up to me then, whether I move them again or run around and play my forehand. The way I play, I try to keep the same stance. I try to keep the L shape, either back of the ball or over the ball. As soon as the ball hits the table, it comes up. Now, once it's up, I've got a chance then to either spin it, which is easier there, or drive it, which is easier there. But once it's here, now you can only lift. So instead of doing this the old way, brushing here, brushing your ears, that's how we think, I thought, why do I have to do this? It's much easier to just do this. This, when it comes up, it's there, bang. And then it's either a slow arm or acceleration. So that's how I generate the speed. But the main thing is, I'm playing here. I want to play above the net. I don't want to play underneath the net, because that means you've got to lift it. As soon as you lift it, it's a bit slower. The other person then, they can play off the bounce. I doubt it. I mean, now I just coach a lot. Now it's so much more quicker. The bats are unbelievably quick. The carbon and the rubbers, it's a lot quicker, really. You can see the way they're playing. And it's going very, very quick. The woods are a lot more quicker than when I played. When I played, it was a slower wood, probably slightly quicker rubbers. Now the woods, the carbon, it's very, very quick. So I wouldn't even think about it. I'm just happy I played when I did play. Just go out, do your best and enjoy it. Whatever problems you have, everybody else has exactly the same. It's just that they're probably hiding it better. But you mustn't sort of beat yourself up all the time. It's just a sport. You know, you should go out and enjoy it. And as long as you've done your best, you can't do any more.
Great stuff there from Des. He's still got it. But it just goes to show there are different ways of playing table tennis. It doesn't all have to be big swings back from the table. You know, you can have success by playing a little bit closer, by shortening your swing, by taking the ball earlier, taking time away from the other player, putting them under pressure. So there are plenty of things we can still learn from Des. And in particular, this idea of taking the ball earlier to take time away from the other player. I think it can be so effective, and it's something that you can definitely experiment with in your game. And if it works for you, taking the ball earlier, then hey, you're going to be playing a bit more like the legend Desmond Douglas. Thank you very much for watching, and a massive thank you to Desmond Douglas for sharing some of his table tennis secrets. A quick mention of the really excellent training camps which are run by Craig Bryant and Stephen Gertsen, which is where I filmed this footage with Desmond Douglas. They organise a few training camps each year in different parts of the UK. It's got excellent coaching, really good drills, lots of players attend, a really good atmosphere throughout the training camp. So if you get an opportunity, book yourself onto one of their training camps. Really, really worthwhile. If you want more information about that, go to topedgetabletennis.co.uk. Okay then, I'll have more videos coming soon, so if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.